Have you noticed how so many people today feel trapped in the need to prove themselves? Always talking, always explaining, chasing validation, begging for scraps of attention. But a true Stoic plays a different game. We don't beg, we don't chase. We choose silence, because silence is a form of strength. Reflect on your most recent experience of heartbreak or rejection. Most people panic. They call, they text, they send long explanations, hoping someone will finally see their worth. But here's the truth most never face. The more you chase, the more you explain, the smaller you feel inside. That's not courage. That's fear trying to protect itself by being loud. Marcus Aurelius warned us, the more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. When you beg for attention or plead for understanding, you place your peace in someone else's hands. That isn't love or strength. It's a quiet form of self-imprisonment. Real power is the ability to walk away in silence, not from ego, not from pride, but from self-respect and inner order. This silence is not emptiness. It's discipline. It's clarity. It's the inner strength that says, I don't need your approval to value myself. And that kind of silence unsettles people, because your calm exposes the exact point where their control over you begins to end. Today, I'll walk you through 6 Stoic truths about silence. Not the silence of avoidance, but the silence that restores power, dignity, and emotional balance. If you've ever felt like you were giving too much, chasing those who walked away, or explaining yourself to people who never truly listened, this is your moment to take your power back. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy Daily, where your story matters. Share your experience below. Every comment is a gift. We read with care, answer with heart, and treat your journey as our own. This is more than a channel. It's a circle of strength. Comment your affirmation. My silence is my power. Like, comment, and remember, sometimes one truth is enough to change how you move through the world forever. 1. Let silence make them feel your absence. Sometimes the loudest thing you can say is nothing at all. Most people mistake silence for weakness, but when you step back, stop chasing, stop explaining, something powerful shifts. Your absence finally becomes visible, and what was once taken for granted begins to feel heavy. Have you ever noticed what happens when you stop giving energy to people who don't respect you? Your silence becomes a mirror. Without your presence cushioning the dynamic, they are forced to sit with themselves, and often, they feel your absence more deeply than they ever valued your presence. Maybe someone ghosted you, disrespected you, or slowly pulled away. Instinct screams, speak up, defend yourself, explain. But the more profound truth is uncomfortable. The more you chase, the further they run. The more you explain, the less weight your words carry. Silence interrupts that pattern. It removes the reward of your attention. Try this. The next time someone crosses your line, don't send another message. Don't write the long explanation. Don't apologize for wanting respect. Go silent. Step back. Let your absence speak for you. Notice what happens inside you first. The urge to explain will rise. Let it pass. Then watch how the energy outside begins to shift. Albert Hubbard said, "He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words." Silence isn't ego, it's clarity. If they cared, they would notice. If they respected you, they would reach out. If they were ready, they wouldn't need convincing. And if they don't, let the silence reveal that truth. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your worth. At Stoic Daily, we believe silence is not punishment, it's self-respect in action. When you pull back, you reclaim your energy. Try one full day of silence with someone who keeps crossing your boundaries. Tell us, how did it feel? 2. Let silence help you hear the truth. The world shouts, but wisdom always whispers. When pain hits, heartbreak, betrayal, and confusion, most people run straight into noise. They seek relief in advice, distraction, confrontation, or endless explanation. But a true Stoic does the opposite. He steps back, not to escape, but to let the noise finally settle. Think of your mind like a lake. When anger or fear keeps stirring the water, nothing is clear. You can't see what's real, only ripples and distortion. Only when the surface becomes still does your reflection return. Like the moon, truth only reveals itself in calm water, never in chaos. Here's the real conflict. Society trains you to react, to speak immediately, to do something the moment you feel hurt or lost. You're pushed to grab your phone, call someone, scroll for answers, or chase closure from people who left you confused. But notice this: the more noise you chase, the further peace slips away. The answers don't get clearer, they get buried. So how do you break the cycle? Try this. The next time pain or confusion hits, don't text, don't vent, don't search for answers outside yourself. Go for a silent walk. Leave your phone behind. No music, no distraction. Give yourself 10 uninterrupted minutes to reflect on your own thoughts. At first, your mind will resist. Then, something shifts. The noise fades, and clarity begins to surface on its own. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." In silence, you finally see what that estimate really is. In that quiet space, ask yourself, was I hurt by their action, or by what I avoided saying to myself? Do I truly need closure, or am I just craving inner peace? Silence isn't running away. It's a deliberate pause that allows your values to rise above the static. You reclaim control not by explaining, but by listening, first to yourself. Only in silence can you hear the truth that noise always hides. At Stoic Daily, we believe wisdom grows in the quiet you choose to protect. Go silent and let the answers find you. Try 10 minutes of absolute silence today. What truth rises for you? Tell us below. 3. Stop begging for closure. Let silence set you free. Some storms don't end with thunder. They end the moment you stop standing in the rain, waiting for answers, and choose to walk yourself inside. Chasing closure is like standing at a locked door, begging someone else to let you out of your own house. The longer you knock, the more you forget the truth. You already hold the key. Here's the raw truth most people avoid. If someone truly valued you, you wouldn't have to chase their honesty, their silence, their avoidance, their cold or inconsistent replies. That is already your answer. Every message you force, every explanation you beg for, doesn't bring relief. It tightens the loop of your own pain and keeps you stuck in their orbit. The Stoics understood this trap well. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." When you stop begging for explanations and start living by your values, something shifts. You take your power back. Waiting for someone to apologize, confess, or explain why they hurt you is quietly handing them control over your healing. Try this. The next time you catch yourself writing a long message to someone who ghosted you or shut you out, pause. Don't hit send. Delete the draft. Feel the discomfort rise. Then redirect that energy inward. Go for a workout. Take a long walk. Call someone who shows up for you without being chased. In that moment, you are choosing yourself over the illusion of closure. Real closure is self-respect. It's accepting the truth as it is, not as you hoped it would be. Maybe they weren't capable of honesty. Perhaps no conversation will ever bring you peace. And that realization, painful as it feels, is freedom. Your silence becomes the boundary. It becomes the answer. and it becomes the first real breath you take without needing their permission to heal. You don't need their explanation. You need your own acceptance. At Stoic Daily, we believe you're not abandoned. You're released. Silence is where healing begins, and where your story finally continues on your terms. Have you ever chased closure, only to find more pain in its place? What will you do differently next time? Share below. 4. Silence reveals more than words ever can. What would you see if you stopped listening to what people say and started watching what they do? Most of us lose years inside words, empty apologies, sweet excuses, polished lies, convincing stories. We listen, we hope, we explain. But what if 1 week of silence showed you more truth than a decade of conversations ever did? Silence works like a spotlight. When you stop filling the air, you remove the cover people hide behind. The masks don't fall because you confront them. They fall because there's nothing left to perform against. What you once missed becomes obvious, magnified, and impossible to ignore. Here's why this cuts so deep. Talking gives people a script. It lets them delay, justify, and reshape the story. But when you withdraw your words, the script disappears. All that remains is behavior. Who reaches out with respect? Who goes quiet? Who suddenly gets angry because you stopped playing your role? Patterns reveal what promises never could. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "What you do speaks so loudly that I cannot hear what you say." The Stoics understood this instinctively. They watched patterns, not apologies. Repetition, not intention. Action, not explanation. Try this. For the next 7 days, don't chase, don't explain, don't respond to drama. Just observe. Who shows up when you stop feeding their ego? Who fades when there's nothing left to take? Who tries to provoke a reaction when silence denies them control? Write it down. Let evidence replace hope. This isn't cold. It's clarity. It's emotional self-defense. It's the freedom to stop guessing and start knowing. Silence unmasks the world. Let actions speak louder than every empty word. At Stoic Daily, we believe you deserve truth without noise, without masks, without confusion. What surprised you when you finally stopped talking? What did silence show you? Share below. 5. Not explaining yourself is real confidence. Here's the brutal truth. The more you try to explain yourself, the more you teach people that your value is negotiable. Confidence doesn't beg for understanding. It stands quietly, even when it's misunderstood, even when it's judged unfairly. Most people, when misjudged, rush to repair the story. You feel the urge to send a lengthy message, defend your boundaries, explain your intentions, and prove your heart. But the Stoic does something radically different. He stays still like a stone pillar in a storm. The wind can howl, the noise can rise, the pillar doesn't move. Marcus Aurelius said, "Don't waste what remains of your life in speculating about your neighbors unless with a view to some mutual benefit." When you explain yourself to people who have already decided who you are, there is no mutual benefit. There is only energy lost and dignity diluted. Ask yourself honestly, if someone has already made up their mind about you, will 1,000 explanations change them? Or are you simply burning your energy trying to be understood by someone who was never willing to listen in the first place? Here's what quietly happens next. The moment you stop explaining, the balance of power shifts. People realize your self-respect doesn't need translation. Some will get uncomfortable. They want you to justify yourself. They want you to play the game. Some may call you cold or selfish. Let them. The people who truly matter never need you to shrink, defend, or betray your peace just to be accepted. Try this. The next time someone misjudges you or demands an explanation you know will lead nowhere, say nothing. Don't defend. Don't clarify. Let your actions, consistency, and calmness speak for themselves. Go on with your life. Watch how quickly people either step up to meet your standard or step back when they realize you won't bend. This is the secret. Real confidence doesn't chase approval. It enforces boundaries in silence and lets the rest reveal itself. Your silence is proof that you know your own worth. At Stoic Daily, we believe you teach others how to treat you by what you refuse to explain. Stand firm and let your life, not your words, do the talking. When was the last time you let silence speak for you? How did it feel? Share your story below. 6. Your silent detachment teaches the real lesson. Something is compelling about a person who simply walks away. No anger, no warnings, no final message. You don't slam the door or type out a dramatic goodbye. You just leave. And in that silence, you deliver a lesson no argument could ever teach. Most people expect drama. They expect you to react, to explain yourself, to fight for closure, or beg to be heard. They are not prepared for the calm strength of quiet detachment. When you go silent, you don't just end a conversation. You end the entire cycle. You stop feeding the pattern and reclaim the energy that was draining you. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." The real discomfort doesn't come from your silence. It begins when your absence forces others to sit alone, with no distraction, no response, and no reassurance. In that space, their own actions echo back at them. Try this. The next time someone crosses your boundary, don't warn them, don't argue, don't send a final explanation. Just stop responding, pull back, redirect your energy toward yourself. Read, train your body. Spend time with people who don't need to be convinced to respect you. Pay attention to what happens next. Notice how the power dynamic shifts the moment you stop showing up to be mistreated. The truth is simple. People rarely learn from being told. They learn from a distance. They understand the value of your presence only when it's no longer available, when your voice and access are truly gone. This lesson isn't only for them. It's for you. You'll feel the relief that comes from letting go without a fight. You'll remember that your peace is something you protect, not something others get to test. The quietest goodbyes are often the loudest lessons. At Stoic Daily, we believe you never have to prove your worth to someone who refuses to see it. When you choose silence, you choose peace. When has walking away quietly brought you more peace than any argument ever did? Tell us below. Let your silence be the last word. There will always be moments when emotions flare. Moments when you want to explain yourself, fight back, or prove your side one last time. But every time you resist that urge, every time you choose quiet over chaos, you take another step toward real freedom. Not the freedom to win, but the freedom to stay whole. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to convince people who have already decided not to see you. When you choose silence, you're not running away. You're standing your ground. You're protecting your peace. That isn't a weakness. That is strength built slowly, deliberately, from the inside out. Each time you walk away with your dignity intact, you remind yourself of something important. You are enough without explanation. You choose self-worth over noise. Let your silence be your last word, not from ego, not from anger, but from deep, unshakable respect for yourself. If this message resonated with you, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth, and drop your affirmation below. My silence is my last word, and my most powerful one. Welcome to Stoic Philosophy Daily, where your voice, your journey, and your quiet strength all matter. We read with care, respond with respect, and walk this path alongside you. Stay strong, stay true. Let silence do the talking. If you're seeking more, discover the full path on my channel, Stoic Philosophy Daily.